so many of them because you're like, I want a Land Rover for this, I want a Land Rover for this, and a Land Rover for this.
I did expect a little bit more from it.
You know, it's not a Ferrari, but it is a constant pull all the way through from 50 up to 70.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today we are back on with another 300 TDI. So this one here is a 110. Not sure on the exact year of the vehicle, but yeah, really cool looking 110. I also actually like the grey as well. I think it looks quite cool in that. So this one here, it does have a boost pin already fitted that the customer's fitted to it, and he has made some adjustments to it, but he's not sure which way he's gone with it or what he's done with it. So as always, we will road test the vehicle to start with, make sure it's all healthy and it is suitable for tuning. Once we've done that, we'll put it on the dyno, get a base figure for it exactly as it's turned up to us today, and then we'll make our adjustments and see where we go with it. But yeah, really cool looking truck. It's actually, it's Raptored, I think. Yeah, so it's a grey Raptor on it. Not sure about the arches. I'm yet to be sold on these arches, but the rest of it, it's a cool build, that one. Really cool build. So we'll get the camera mounted, get out for a road test, see what it's like. Right, here we are, so road test, a little bit different this one. I've got Robert with me. So Robert's, you've driven a few 300s before, haven't you? You've got a 300 D1 as well, haven't you?
D1, yeah.
So Rob is new to the company. He's been with us now for a couple of months, something like that. First proper time in a YouTube video. So Rob's going to do the road test. I'm along for the ride. Make sure he doesn't say anything stupid. And yeah, we'll get your opinion on it, see what it's like.
Typical 300 TDI, she's a bit lazy under the throttle.
Yeah. Well, it's got a boost pin in it.
It has.
And he's made his own adjustments.
Right.
But he doesn't know which way
He went.
Yeah. So it was either going to be really smoky or just underpowered and not really any difference to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, he might have gone the wrong way.
I guess that feels very lazy.
He might have gone the wrong way. Yeah.
There was a lot of noise and nothing else there, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was foot to the floor.
That was foot to the floor?
Yeah.
Oh. Go for it. What's that? 30, 35, 40, 45.
48.
Yeah.
50.
55.
Yep, just 55. We might see 60. There we go.
It feels very stock.
Yeah.
Say it's got a pin in it and it's supposed to have had the adjustments made.
Yeah. But I will say overall, it's not a bad drive,
No.
to be honest.
Go on then. What's it going to do on the dyno?
Well, stock.
As it is. Because it's sort of stock but not stock.
115 to 120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was a bit less than that. I think it'll do about 110. 1.5 to 110.
Yeah. Somewhere around there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've quoted low before, so I've gone a little bit higher this time.
It feels lazy, though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I know these in stock form do feel a bit sort of lax, but this is. Yeah.
This is the problem with them. This is why you end up with so many of them, because you're like, I want a Land Rover for this, I want a Land Rover for this, and a Land Rover for this. Which is why I currently have 3.
Yeah, she ain't no getaway vehicle, is she?
No. But it's certainly not the slowest I've driven either.
Well, no.
She's healthy.
Solar panels on the roof, look. It's proper. Hey, well, we've got something to discuss with you. We've come to the conclusion, if I can get the key and I'll open the back door, that you know you're going camping and you now this big Land Rover camping guy.
You're gonna tell me I need one of the ARB fridges that's got in the
No, no, not at all. What we're saying is,
pull out drawer.
no, not even that. Where's the key for this back door? I think it's that one. Yeah, you're not a proper camper. Find the key for it. Can't be many more
That's
of
a
these.
shame we can't see in there.
We can see in there. There we go. Are you even camping if you don't have a rack with your spices on?
Oh yeah.
That's proper camping, that look. Spices. You need
I would probably be better off with a 110 like this than the double cab because you can
It's
put all your
cool though,
stuff
isn't
in. This could be robbed soon.
This could be Rob. So we're currently talking Rob into buying a 110.
For overlanding.
If you think Rob should buy a 110 for overland use, comment below
Yeah.
and let's
A TD5.
yeah, TD5, but let's pressure him into doing it. Because if you'll donate £1, we'll have at least £1.50 by the end of the video. But no, in all seriousness, Rob is currently looking for a Defender. He has a D. We've got a D1 300, haven't you?
Yeah.
We've got a D2 TD5.
Yeah.
So D2 is going for sale, and he is after a 110 TD5. He did say if he buys a 110 TD5, he is going to put a big turbo setup on it and everything else as well. So if you want to see that, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let's talk him into this. So right, boys are strapping it down. So we'll get it all strapped down. We'll get it all synced in with the dyno. We'll do a run with it to see where we stand. Right, so there we go. So 121.5 horsepower and 336.6 newton meters of torque. So Rob, what did you say? 115 to 120, was it?
115 to 120. Good guess.
Good guess. Yeah, good guess. Anybody think he'd be doing this longer than 2 months? Right, so we'll make some tweaks to it. I think at that we're happy with that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Pretty strong torque. Make some tweaks to it. As I said before, this has a boost pin in it, and it has had some adjustments made to it. Obviously, how far they've gone, we don't really know until we take the cover off and have a look. But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. So after that run, we are 134.6 horsepower and 371.9. So as you can see from the graph, this was the first run, thin line. Obviously orange we're talking about torque here, and this was the run that we've just done. So you can see there is a gain there. It is slightly scaled off there, but that doesn't make any difference for this. So yeah, going in the right direction. That was just the fuel that we've adjusted on there. Like I say, it does already have the boost pin in it, and it has already had the spacer sanded down on it, so there isn't that to do. All we're going to do now is, as you can see, adjust the timing on here, see what more we can get from it. It isn't particularly smoky at this point, so there is a little bit more left in it. So yeah, we'll make this adjustment, we'll run it again and see where we end up with it. Right, so 133.2 and 355, and what you can see here is we've actually made it worse. Not what we expected, but this is why it is imperative or ideal that these are tuned on a dyno. If you've seen any of our previous 300 TDI tuning videos, you know that these same adjustments actually have a real positive effect on most vehicles. Now, as we said at the start of the video, we don't know, or we know that this has been messed with, but we don't know what's been messed with. So it might be a case of it's already been adjusted, and we've then adjusted it a little bit more, and maybe this is why it's gone, not gone the way we expected. So Will's currently fiddling with it as we speak. What we're doing with it, putting it back to somewhere where it was. Yeah, so we're going to go back a little bit with it, run it again, see where we end up with it at that point. Right, so that last run we did 138.7 horsepower and 366.4 newton meters of torque. So what we've done is we've overlaid the last run, which is this thick line here, over the first run as it came in. Obviously orange is torque, so that's what we're looking at. Torque on something like this is far more important than horsepower. As you can see, we've got it coming on actually much sooner. Carrying on, and then we've got, if I switch this on here, so if we drag the cursor down to this point here, so we're about peak on both. So that's around 1800 RPM-ish. We had previously 91.31 horsepower and 336.6 newton meters of torque. Now we are 98.68 horsepower but 363.8 newton meters of torque. So good gain in torque. And then horsepower wise, if we come further up into the RPM where we're sort of peaking at this, I mean you can see even at that point, so that's around sort of 3,500 RPM. You're 120 horsepower originally, up to 138.3. So reasonable gains across the board with it. I did expect a little bit more from it, but then again, like I said before, we don't really know.
This Snorkel's quite restricted.
Yeah, we don't really know what it had done. And as Will's just said, I don't know whether you sort of heard him.
You have a look at that,
These snorkels,
tight bend.
well, you've got these under here tend to be quite restrictive and don't tend to flow very well. And then you've also got
90 in there, you see it?
this, if you can see under there, that sharp bend where that bit of foil is very, very restrictive for them. Do we disconnect this from the airbox and just do a run?
Yeah, just out of interest, see if it's just holding it.
So to try and prove that point, we're going to disconnect it from the airbox and see whether we see any more gains with it. So that will be an interesting thing. We say these things, it'd be nice to be able to prove ourselves right. Right, so this is exactly the same level of tuning, no adjustments made, and all we've done with this is we've disconnected this snorkel from it. So it's still running through the factory airbox with whatever filter is in there. We're 139.4 horsepower and 368.1 newton meters of torque, but most importantly, you'll see here, we're actually coming on much stronger. We do drop down a little bit here, but nothing significant, and then we actually join back up with the same line. But yeah, it just goes to show you that early sort of onset is improved just by literally disconnecting that snorkel. So I think we're about dinner break. So we're going to let the lads go off and have something to eat. And I think the plan is with this, we're going to see if we can adjust the, or make a few more adjustments to it, see whether we can actually squeeze that little bit more out of it. It seems quite happy where it is, but we'd like to see a bit more. So we'll see where we end up with that one. Back after dinner break, you've just seen the dyno run for it, so we did a bit of tweaking just to find that sweet spot, because like I say, this had already had adjustments, but we didn't really sort of know, the customer didn't really know what had been changed. So we ended up with 146 horsepower and 380.2 newton meters of torque. So you'll see from the overlay here, as before, so this was its original run when it came into us, and this was the run we've just done with it. So you can see we've got fairish gain with that. And also, more importantly, if I bring that up, we've got, so at peak torque versus stock, you had 336.4 and 368.5 at tuned. Obviously we're peaking a little bit later, but what we're looking at is 329.4 versus 379.5. So all in all, should just drive a lot better.
It drives me.
Yeah. So Will's already been out and had a cheeky go in it. Obviously for the video, what we'll do is we will take Rob back out because he drove it originally. So Rob can go back out, have another go in it. I think customer's just out in it now, isn't he? So yeah, we'll wait for the customer to get back. We will pop the camera in it and we'll get Rob's opinion, see what Rob thinks. But yeah, a little bit of difficult one, this one, because it had already been fiddled with. But this is, sort of goes back to when I sort of always say, and when we say, ideally with these, you need to be doing them on a dyno, because the sort of the sweet spot that these have isn't always in the same place. They all vary slightly, and running them on the dyno allows us to know whether we're at that sweet spot, whether we've done too many adjustments and we've already surpassed it. A lot of these, because of the age they are, a lot of people have already adjusted pumps and bits and bobs, and this is where you're going to get the odd one like this, where actually we're making our normal adjustments but finding that we're then pushing them too far, same as we did with the timing. So we've reverted back, ran it to find the sweet spot, and here we are with it. So yeah, road test time, see what we think.
I don't feel like an adult. But...
Straight away, I barely even had to touch the throttle and it's rolling.
That's actually got a bit of go with it, hasn't it?
She's certainly rolling a lot better.
Yeah. It's perkier, isn't it?
That's pulling really good. It's constant pull.
Yeah.
There's no dip. And it's got that low down that it was missing.
Yeah, because before it was just a bit nothing, wasn't it?
Nothing at bottom end, and then once it got going, it wasn't too bad.
Give it a means.
All right.
35.
35, 40, 45, 50. Come on. 55. I'm still pulling through. 60. 65. Still pulling. That's 70. And she was still pulling.
So that's speed limit.
Yeah, you can't ask for more than that, really. Makes it a lot more drivable.
Yeah, it seems more responsive. Just
Keep up with the traffic. If you needed to overtake, you could. Here we go again. The steeper hill.
You're not bothered by it, is it?
No,
50.
50 already. Still pulling through. But it's like a constant pull. It's not, it's not a Ferrari, but it is a constant pull all the way through from 50 up to 70.
But it feels comfortable doing it.
Yes.
Whereas
Yeah, it does.
Before, it was almost like you're asking it to do it, and it's just...
It didn't want to.
Yeah.
It didn't want to do it. No, that's absolutely lovely, that.
That RAF one, that 110 that I
Yes.
test drove. When it came in, the first road test, it felt like you was kicking its head in.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
Yep.
And after it was tuned, you were still going the same sort of pace or faster, but it was happy to do it.
Yes.
And that's what this is like. It seems more happy to do.
It's a bit weird, but you can almost hear the difference, like when you say you're kicking its head in, it's like you can hear it doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But once you tune them, it sounds like it wants to do it. It's a bit of a weird thing, but it changes its tune completely. No, that's absolutely lovely to drive. She's pulling really well.
we go. Rob's happy with it. Not
Very
just Rob,
happy.
but he's happy with it.
Very happy.
So, on that note, we'll call it, shall we? Right,
Yep.
we'll leave you to it. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, if you're enjoying what we're doing, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. If there's something that you want us to do and we've not done it, drop it in the comments below and we will do our best. But we've got some really, really good content coming up over the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for it. We'll see you next time. Say bye, Rob.
Bye-bye.